It's Garrett Christopher. This is my YouTube channel, Garrett's Sports Take. I paused because I got 3 of these. I can do this. How can I? I'm in a place right now where I'm in Arizona right now, and this is actually Harris Action Resort. This is just south of Phoenix, about 20-25 miles south of Phoenix, and really cool. Right? I was told 2 things about this resort. I was told that they'd done renovations, but it was really mediocre, and secondly, to watch your wallet. I think the watch your wallet comment was because the person who came here lost a lot of money when they came here gambling. And secondly, I don't know. I mean, the room that I got was just gorgeous. It had really tall ceilings, which made the room look bigger, but the room itself, now it was on the end. So it could be that the middle rooms, sometimes those are smaller, but the ones on the end are larger. You know what I'm saying? But it was just a king-size bed. Yeah, it was a really nice room. So if you ever get a chance to go to Action Resort in Harris, I don't know, I had a great time. The pool looks just outstanding. Nice games here. I ate at a restaurant last night. That was a steak restaurant. 2 of us, $100, and it was delicious. Yeah, we had this prime rib fondue. It was outstanding. Hey, by the way, if you get a chance to visit my other 2 YouTube channels, there's Garrett's Movie Take. Right now it's December. We're 2 weeks away from Christmas, so I'm talking about yeah, Christmas movies. I did Christmas Vacation and Elf this past week, and I'll do some more Christmas movies, whatever they're going to be, coming up here pretty soon. And also Garrett's Take. Now, while out here in Arizona, I took a trip up to Prescott, and then also I went to a place called Jerome. And if you're a Ghost Adventures fan, you know exactly what that place is about. And then I went from there and I went over to Sedona and got some Red Rock and did a couple of small little YouTube channels from there. So please check that out. If anything, just for the scenery. Forget me, you know, as far as me being there. Sorry about the cars and that kind of a thing. Anyway, let's see, I'm a self-published author. I've got 5 books out there. The 5th one being the part 1 of a series called The Takeover, a sci-fi series. I have audiobooks, 3 of them. The Takeover is the last one, part 1. And what else we got going on? Hopefully you can hear me with this truck behind me. What else? Oh, so my weekly podcast found on Soundcloud and Spotify. I'm actually presenting the audiobook for The Takeover bit by bit. So you'll get it in its entirety at some point. I think I finished section 4 so far. So yeah, check in, start at section 1, please, and you get the whole audiobook. Or you can help me out and help out the world's economy by purchasing my audiobook either with your Audible subscription or through iTunes, what have you. And of course, get the paperback because you'll want me on your shelf, right? Well, not me personally, but the book. Okay, so what we're talking about here is week 14. The season's almost over, so crazy. Week 14 of the NFL. I did pretty good last week. And if not for, so we had the Steelers and we had Baltimore visiting the Steelers, right? So last second, Baltimore goes down, the Ravens go down, and they score a touchdown. Now they're down by a point. So I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, the couple other people in the little pool that I have, it's a weekly pool at my job, they were right there along with me. If I win that game, I'm in it for the last game. Although, you know what? I chose the Bills. What's going on with the Bills? So now the Patriots have a 1.5 lead over the Bills in the AFC East, excuse me. That's crazy. I did not predict that. The Patriots are undefeated on the road. That's crazy. They've won, I think, 7 straight. Bill, you're doing a heck of a job. We all knew you were a heck of a coach. All I did say, though, who needed more? He needed more than him. Who needed more than whom? Last year, when the Buccaneers won, I'm gonna say the World Series, when they won the Super Bowl, I figured Tom Brady, Bill needed Tom, more than Tom needed Bill. You know what? I have to recant that statement. Tom did his thing last year. Bill's doing his thing this year. I don't think they do anything in the playoffs, but I think they're in the playoffs now. I think they're going to make it. And at this point, I think they'll win the AFC East. They're going to go in. I don't think they're going with a bye, but who knows at this point? It's just craziness. Okay. Hope you're liking the scenery behind me. Big time. So, yeah, so I was right there. So if the Ravens, and I guess what Coach Harbaugh said is that their cornerbacks, they were pretty much done. A couple of their guys pulled up lame at the end of the game there. So he was like, you know what, let's go for the win. And percentages wise, you know, if you want to try and end it early in overtime, you got to go and score the touchdown, right? It's not like it used to be. You got to go and score the touchdown. So the percentage of that happening versus them getting that 2-point conversion, I think that Baltimore is at like 38 point somewhat percent as far as getting the 2-point conversions over the last few years. So yeah, you know what the heck, Harbaugh knows the team, great coach, they went for it. There you go. They lost the game. So because of that, I was a game out versus the other people in the pool. But you know what? It's true. The Patriots beat the Bills, so it wouldn't matter because I chose the Bills for that game. They were in Buffalo. Yeah, craziness. Okay, let's talk about this week coming up. By the way, my Dolphins have won 5 straight. They're 6-7. I'm sorry, guys, they're not going to the playoffs. If you look at it, there's so many teams jumbled up. There are a couple of games up on them that are vying for that final wild card spots. Yeah, it's not going to happen. I'm sorry, but I'm happy for them. They're playing better. You know, a couple of games during the season, yeah, ifs, ands, and buts. And my brother-in-law used to say, if ifs, ands, and buts were candies and nuts, every day would be Christmas. I have no idea where you got that from. If you heard it before, great, good for you. But yeah, if ifs, ands, and buts were candies and nuts, every day would be Christmas. And Christmas is coming up, so there's my salute to you, Daryl. Okay, here we go. So tonight, oh, by the way, you're not going to get this until after this game has begun, probably. So let me just say it right now. It's 9:09, Thursday a.m. That's the time. I wish I had some way to mark it. Well, okay, look at the sun. If you can tell by the light, the sun is here. It's on Thursday, so you're going to get this probably during the game or just before. So I'm not cheating. You get it? So when you get this, it's going to be probably during the Thursday night game. But as you can tell by the light and the sun streaming off my face, I'm doing this during the day before the game began. Just so you know. Rich, I know you. I know you. Okay, Steelers at the Vikings. I'm taking the Steelers for that one. I know they're Minnesota, short week, really short week, because they had the Sunday night game. Or did they? Or was it Sunday day game? I can't remember now. I think it was a day game. Anyway, I'm taking the Steelers for that one. Saints at the Jets. I am going to take the Jets in that one. I'm going to take the Jets to win that one, just because the Saints they're up and down, up and down, up and down. I'm taking the Jets in that one. Falcons at the Panthers. I'm choosing the Panthers for that game, mostly because they're at home. Seahawks at the Texans. I'm taking the Hawks, the poor Hawks. They're out of it. I think I chose them to be up there pretty good for the division, or like 500. But I'm taking the Seahawks in Houston. Raiders at the Chiefs. I'm taking the Chiefs. You know, it's so funny. Early on, all the Raiders fans were just so excited about the Raiders. This and that. The Chiefs suck. Well, look, it's kind of sifted and filtered out the way it was supposed to, right? I'm taking the Chiefs in that one. Ravens at the Browns. I'm taking the Ravens. I think the Browns may pull this one out, but I am going to take the Ravens for this one. Cowboys at Washington. Washington's playing, aren't they? Washington is playing their butt off. You know, that playoff game last year, they're playing this year the way they played that last game last year. But the record still speaks for itself. I'm taking the boys for that one. Jaguars at the Titans. I'm taking the Titans for this one. Titans are still playing well, even without Mr. Henry. So how they're going to do in the playoffs? Man, you know, what could have been, right? I mean, they're playing okay since his injury, but I'm taking this one for this one. But yeah, I think that it's going to come down to the Chiefs and the Ravens as far as for the AFC, right, to represent the Super Bowl. Giants at the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers for that one. Lions at the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos for that one. Niners at the Bengals. Who did I choose? I'm taking the Bengals. And, you know, I chose the Bengals last week. I finally was going to give Cincinnati their due. I chose them. They got smacked by LA, but I'm taking them this time back-to-back against the Bengals. Against the Niners, excuse me. I'm taking the Bengals. Bills at the Buccaneers. I'm taking the Bills. I think they sting after last week, and I think they finally come out and do something. The Bucks need to lose finally. Bears at the Packers. I'm taking the Packers for that one. And then the Monday night game is the Rams at the Cardinals. Taking the Rams at the Cardinals. So I've been picking on the Cardinals all year. I've been picking on the Bengals all year long, and they've both been proving me wrong. And when I gave them their due, the Cardinals did it to me too. I said they're going to win this game, and that's the one they lost. But I'm taking the Rams for that one. So they're my picks. Okay, there you have it. What do you think? Kind of cool. Let me walk out of the scene again so you can get the whole site here. In case you were wondering, my room, I'm 12th floor. So it's not a very, very tall, you know, hotel building, but I'm the top, and I'm somewhere, I don't know. You know what? I think I'm that last room over there on the side. Yeah, that's where I am. So just below the H. How exciting, you can see inside my room. All right, well, there you have it. There are my week 13 wrap-up, my wrap-up stories, and then week 14 picks, and we're down the stretch run for the NFL season. Thanks so much for checking in, and hey, you take care. GoPro, stop recording.